We wish to make the point forcefully that no credible or verified evidence of any feud in Kake's family was adduced by any of the witnesses who appeared before the committee to testify, because there is none. Therefore, aside the fact that the finding of the committee relative to who killed Kaka is palpably false, it also breaches the rules of fair trial and natural justice.
For the party, the vague sanctions recommended by the committee only underscores the growing culture of impunity under the Akufo-Addo-led NPP government. They want the Ashanti regional minister sacked.
We in the NDC hold the view that the Ashanti regional minister Simon Osei Mensah, who without any due diligence or verifiable intelligence deployed soldiers to Ejura and gave them orders to do what they did, which he appeared before the committee to defend, ably supported by the 4th Infantry Battalion Commander and the General Officer commanding Central Command Kumasi, must be dismissed from their positions for the poor judgment they exercised on the matter, which led to the loss of precious lives and several injuries.
The party further backed the decision of the Kaka family to reject the report.
Away from the NDC, Alfred, it's been a day of acceptance and rejection of some MMDCE nominees. We now bring you a wrap of how the election took place in some municipalities and districts this week.
The DCE nominees for Adakulu and Agbotimes district in the Volta region were rejected by members of their respective assemblies. The two, Fanuel Kadi Donko for Adakulu and Emilia MFA Ajiama for the Agbotimes district, failed to secure the 2/3 majority. In the whole municipality, however, the president nominee Divine Richard Boso polled 36 votes out of 42 to be confirmed as MCE. Voting on the MCE nominee for East Gonja Municipal Assembly in the Savannah region, Mohammed Tamimu, was brought to an abrupt end during the sorting and counting of the ballots. Paul Azuma Bugri's nomination for the Timpani and Osman Musa for the Garu districts were rejected by their respective assemblies. In Ibuakwa South, Akosia Sabiano obtained 100% to be confirmed. The nominee for Setre Kumeu district in the Ashanti region, Samuel Adaye Jekum, failed to secure the 2/3 majority. In Asokore Mampong, former MP for Nshaiso Kennedy Kankam secured 100% votes to become the MCE. In the Ga West municipality of the Greater Accra region, some assembly members called for fresh elections after Clement Nilamte Wilkinson polled 96% of the votes. In the Ga North district, the nominee Simon Sichim was endorsed after all the assembly members voted for him.
And President Akufo-Addo has also cut short for the reconstruction of work on some road projects in the eastern region as part of his 3-day tour of the region. The president will also, in addition, inspect ongoing government projects and commission completed ones.
The president's first port of call was at the TBA Government Hospital, where he inspected rehabilitation work on the 52-bed health facility. Work had commenced on the maternity ward, theatre and OPD under phase 1 of a project expected to be completed by December. The 73-year-old hospital serves more than 200 communities in the Kwewu area. President Akufo-Addo also cut short for the reconstruction of 47-kilometer Impraiso Sheshe Ohimso feeder road and the upgrading of a Begro Thease road. Diobohene Osaberma Yeboafari Bojan commended the president for the road construction works and asked that others in poor shape be reshaped. He further appealed for the construction of a police station in the town to improve security. We appeal to you to ensure that the Obo, Oboming and other adjoining roads in this area are fixed. President Akufo-Addo assured of collaborating with the Inspector General of Police to ensure the police station is constructed. He further gave assurances that all other inaccessible town roads will be rehabilitated.
It's also here police station.
I know this project is dear to your heart. The IGP and the police CID boss are both from here. And so I know when I get to Accra and I let them know about this, they will get this problem fixed.
Well, Alfred, you have your pink ribbon on because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Absolutely.
When Margaret Okene was diagnosed with breast cancer, the fear of undergoing surgery prevented her from seeking early treatment. When she began treatment later on, after much persuasion, it was too late to save her life. Today, her husband, Richard Ensor, is sharing Margaret's story with the world to encourage women to undergo breast screening exercises periodically. Margaret Okene was a teacher who loved her pupils and students. Unfortunately, she lost her life to breast cancer at the age of 30 years, leaving behind her husband and 2 young children. Today, her husband Richard shares Margaret's cancer story with us.
After our second born, my wife realized a lump in her breast. We saw the doctor, told her what was wrong and all that, and with the file we brought, he went through, and then just took us to the CT scan. Immediately he saw where he needed to tackle, and then he was taken to the radiotherapy. Before we went there, now she was not able to walk well. Within a few days, she went through the chemotherapy, yes, so she started the chemo. She did the first chemo, my wife was very fine. The day we would go for the second chemo, she was even shouting, she was in pains. But when we went there, quickly they took care of the pains, and then she took the second chemo. After the second chemo, I realized my wife's strength was reducing, coming down. The doctor came and checked her up and called me to his office and told me my wife wasn't going to make it again. It's not easy because Maggie loved me and the children so well. It's not easy. I don't know when I will come out of it. Should I go in for anybody today, I will face problem because I would love to compare. Because the kind of love Maggie showed me, is unbearable. Even to the day of her last breath, she told them to thank me for what I've done for her. Because we really love each other. But who then am I when deaths come in? Yes. I tried to do my part. I did what I could. Financially, physically. When she was sick and she couldn't do anything, I didn't ask anybody to come around me. I was alone. I have to quit job for 3 months from March, April, May till she died. I wasn't going to job. I only have to ask permission from my boss and tell him this is what I'm facing. I can't leave my wife home and come to job because she couldn't do anything on her own. Because of this, I have to let my kids go to my mom.
Very emotional there.
Indeed, it just moved me to.
And it's
to
important
tears,
for women especially, and men to also encourage women to undergo screening exercises.
True. I mean, hearing this from the perspective of a man even makes it more imperative for us all to join in the campaign and ensure that at least we get people to go for breast screening, early treatment. The benefits of the breast is extremely important to us all. You know, so, yeah. But the Ghana National Association of Teachers has given government up till November 17 to resolve their demands or risk an industrial action. NAT President Philip Olasin gave the hint on the sidelines of this year's Ghana Teachers Prize celebration held in Sunyani.
Changes with the teaching and learning materials, even textbooks for our students. We agree that the textbooks are not for the teachers, but the textbooks for our students is a problem. Furniture is a problem. Our working conditions, especially for teachers who work in the rural areas. Challenges are many: promotion, upgrading, and a lot of them. I cannot mention all of them. When teachers are transferred from one management unit to the other, it takes more than 6 to 8 months before the teacher will receive his or her salary. All these are challenges. We are praying that going forward, these things are corrected and the right amount paid to beneficiaries. Otherwise, like I mentioned, if the issues are not resolved by the 17th of November, we may not continue to enjoy the peace we are enjoying in the country.
Well, we say Ayiko to all teachers. In more news tonight, the National Security Minister, Albert Kandapa, has urged civil society organizations to support the implementation of the National Security Strategy. The policy document seeks to tackle the scope of threats and challenges militating against the peace, security and stability of the country.
The National Security Strategy Policy was launched in June last year. The workshop, a partnership between the Star Ghana Foundation and the National Security Ministry, is to update CSOs as stakeholders to coordinate efforts towards the implementation of the policy.
Where is a document that says that this is what government would do, A, B, C, D, E, F, in order to promote that enabling environment? And we think that the National Security Strategy provides the tool that we can use to hold government accountable. It's for these reasons that we thought that we should collaborate with the Ministry of National Security to ensure that CSOs understand what the strategy is, that they give feedback on the strategy, and that they are also then able to use that to inform their work moving forward.
The Sector Minister, Albert Kandapa, urged CSOs to be prudent in communicating the ideas.
We need the CSOs to help us to create a safe, secure, and economically prosperous nation. And this would also require that CSOs hold government to account. So important, while exercising circumspection in criticisms of it, particularly in situations where the full scale of all necessary information is not at their disposal. It is important that the CSOs don't get involved in the constant fight between the political parties. It will always be there. You are the most essential referees, and please play that role.
Former National Security Coordinator Colonel Larry Bevelo Latte wants politicians to support the maiden policy implementation.
I think that the National Security Strategy is a very comprehensive document that looks at what it is. Whatever politics we want to play in this country, let the politicians play those politics, but they will only play those politics happily within the context of a stable Ghana. So what this seeks to do is to look at national stability, and we are all involved in it.
Certainly are all involved, but police in the central region are to intensify their patrols along beaches after 4 children drowned over the weekend at British Kommenda. The police led a team of investigators and personnel to British Kommenda, a fishing community in the central region where the 4 deceased children hail from. The town has also since been in some mourning since the deaths of these 4 children. Here's a report by Thomas Khan.
The children are aged between 12 and 15, as well as a 20-year-old who were among 6 children who went to swim at the beach named Forbidden Beach, while members of the community attended a funeral.
We have reports of about 6 different places have drowning cases this weekend, but not on such a scale. Other places, just 111. It is only this place that we have more than 1 person. That is 4 of them and we pray for their souls, that we hope that this kind of this time will not happen.
Some of the parents of the deceased told TV3 the unfortunate incident had greatly affected them. Ejura Someshwe is a father of one of the deceased. The assemblyman for the area, Albert Kofi, said the incident serves as a wake-up call for the community, and they will soon liaise with stakeholders to erect signposts to avert such occurrence. The bodies of the children have since been deposited at the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital morgue.
It's live here on News 360. We're live on TV3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com.
We have business news coming up shortly with Della Michelle.
I'm going to interview Zuzum right here in my house. Hey!
Look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Acrobat, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop.
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint mu champion.
Hello, my friends. My name is Calcate Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Calcates. Happy smile.
I rather your humble servant do my back. And I tightness of crowd into the moon. That's what that Jimmy. My 277. Was here, Missa, had been my papa to go me so. 2020 was a very tough year. 2021, dear, mafia. First, me talk about Gary Kitwebe. They said the concrete and cassa and the midi gumium. Papi, when it's a system in my thing. Has been so dear, but me I am a kama. I am young palm, the Miamato. Show me a miracle.
It's showering cash with a grand prize of 100,000 Ghana cedis in the Airtel Tigo Tugumisu promo. Top up, do so much more on Airtel Tigo and earn points to win lots of cash. Dial star 500 hash and recharge 5 Ghana cedis to also win data and call minutes. Get Airtel Tigo.
Airtel Tigo, no, my dear.
Please, I've not killed anyone. I just do galamsey.
Your Honor, since the accused has been in the dock for a while, please permit me to serve him some water to drink.
You promised to give me water. This water is coming from the gutter. It will make me sick.
Your Honor, that is it. Due to the galamsey activities of the accused and his cohorts, they have polluted all our water bodies. See, this water is coming from our taps. They have destroyed all our forests, and above all, the activities are killing people.
Mr. Ejura, you have been found guilty of indulging in galamsey. And since you don't want to mention the names of your bosses, you have been sentenced to 25 years in prison. This is my judgment.
Please, Your Honor, please.
Enjoy galamsey.
Get digi with it. Get digi with it. On your mark, ready, set, let's go. CBG Mobile, USSD, Young Co. Star 924 hash. Vanco the go. Smartphone no, young phone no. Ever fire money transfer. For 3 hour water bill, for 3 light bill. Factor credit. Star 924 hash. You deserve it. Let's go. Get digi with it.
Star 924 hash.
Get digi with it.
Star 924 hash.
CBG is empowering you to get digi with CBG Mobile. Simply dial star 924 hash and get digi with it.
CBG, we stand with you.
I love football. Football can be a dirty game, on or off the pitch. Even when I'm trying to score at a party, stains find a way of tracking me down. But I don't worry at all, because I have Cleansoft. Use new Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, a unique formula with active ingredients and enzymes that gets rid of all stubborn stains and leaves your clothes smelling wonderful. Cleansoft, my favorite. Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, clean all.
But if you blue, I said I'm so crack. But your blue house we are minty. Yachisa, you are damn blue biao. Not dear crossum. I want you to acquire by your food now. See, I'm your baby found. Who feel now so much law? Where blue was blue collar na pa I white. Where they say fanya wayo. Na say na me book am ye painti fie nyina. What painti that way? Painti fie. Oh no so fa down for paint. Ama o fie na dan chameleon house. E change color every season. Enunti na Ghana for. I Ghana for I Ghana for paint. Agatex paint. Agatex. Paint papa. Say you blue ah, you blue. Kakra bi na o here. No die come on. The boss so cost cra. And the Agatex. You pass all. Do engagement now. Let's move back. Mama Agatex. I can see no. We dey move for Brunya why you crack. Oh, as well sir.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN, Roma Insecticide Spray and Coil,
West Hills Ridge Property, Eden Heights,
Universal Merchant Bank,
Lufat.
Hello there, good evening. Let's do some business news now. My name is Della Michelle, and Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has not resigned, contrary to speculations on social media. This is, however, not the first time matters concerning Ken Ofori-Atta's health has come up.
A statement from the Finance Ministry on Tuesday, October 5, indicated that the information was false. The claims on social media were that the minister had tendered in his resignation letter citing ill health. The minister was away from his post for weeks in the first quarter of 2021 after contracting COVID-19. He was flown to the US to receive medical attention from complications of the virus, but returned later to go through parliamentary vetting and subsequent confirmation to remain in office for President Akufo-Addo's second term. A recent public appearance with the president in the US triggered a lot of conversation about his condition. These instances might have triggered such speculation on social media. But the statement is clear. Ken Ofori-Atta is healthy, remains at post, and performing his duties.
And there's a statement from the Ministry of Finance saying that Ken Ofori-Atta is stable and remains at post. But let's still stay on social media. This time around, businesses who thrive on Instagram, Facebook and WhatsApp are counting their losses after the 6-hour blackout. For Joyce Owusu, who is into clothing and accessories, she lost 3,000 CDs from a single client following the disruption.
At the time it went off, I remember someone called me asking me to give her a quotation for a gown she would want me to bid on for. But then I couldn't receive the picture in time. As at the time it came back, I tried reaching out to her, but I think it was late. It was after 10. And she's yet to respond. I don't know whether I've lost the business or not. 90% of my customers are from the various or the popular social media platforms that we know. Instagram is #1 for me. Facebook is #2. WhatsApp basically are people who come to my Facebook and my Instagram who then proceed to my WhatsApp.
Joyce is one of the many business owners who lost out following the social media interruption between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Monday. Emerald's Healthy Kitchen, with some 7,000 followers on Instagram, deals with customers in her inbox and on WhatsApp. She writes, "I restarted my phone several times. I bundled data from different networks. Few customers were kind enough to call during the period, but lost several orders that could have fetched me an amount to run the business."
Honestly, should it crash again, I do not know how I'm going to survive. And this is when I want to throw a challenge to the IT or the tech gurus in Ghana. People might think that we may not patronize it, but I think Facebook has been around for a very long time. Instagram has been around for a long time. TikTok came at a point where we were on lockdown and the guy made a lot of money. I believe that most of these tech gurus knows the nitty-gritties of how these Facebook and these Instagram pages or platforms are run. And I think it's high time they came up with something that is suitable or relevant for our society.
London-based monitoring firm NetBlocks estimates the global economy lost $160 billion. Facebook in US alone lost $545,000 in ad revenue per hour during the outage and fell 4.9% in technology stocks. CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, personally lost $7 billion through the disruptions, falling to 6th place on the list of richest people, according to Forbes.
Away from that report, the Association of Oil Marketing Companies has reiterated calls for a review of some taxes imposed on fuel. According to the CEO, Kweku Agyeman, members waive some upward price adjustments to cushion the Ghanaian public.
A litre of petrol and diesel sell on the average at 5 cedis 30 pesos, up from the 4 cedis 97 pesos that began the year. The consistent increases has been largely due to two major factors, which, according to the executive director of the Institute for Energy Security, Nana Amwesi VII, would not improve anytime soon.
We've seen consistent depreciation of the local currency, and if the trend continues, then of course we are likely to see fuel prices go up. And from our own, scan of the markets, if we're not able to stop these two factors or manage them well, we'll be buying a litre of fuel for 7 cedis before end of year.
Chief Executive Officer of the Association of Oil Marketing Companies, Kweku Agyeman, says the companies have no option than to increase prices at the pumps because they have to render account to government for the taxes imposed on fuel.
You see the pumps now selling at the highest like 6.52. Analysis should have taken us to 6.76 and 6.82. That's the range. Even the weather condition is shaving off a little bit of 10 pesos between there. And we are really worried it's just skyrocketing. And we are not happy about it.
He agrees with calls to have some of the taxes on fuel reviewed.
If there are certain things that the taxes were in for and we have somehow finished paying, we need to take them off or maybe vary them in such a way that can accommodate them as consumers. So that's what we should hold the government, so that some of them which are taxes which are not necessary or it has served its useful purpose and take it off.
These are the taxes imposed on a litre of petrol or diesel as listed on the National Petroleum Authority website. Energy Debt Recovery Levy, Road Fund Levy, Energy Fund Levy, Price Stabilization and Recovery Levy, Sanitation and Pollution Levy, Energy Sector Recovery Levy, Special Petroleum Tax, Primary Distribution Margin, Bust Margin, Fuel Marking Margin, Marketers Margin, Dealers, that's retailers and operators margin.
And that's all the business news we have for you tonight. There's more business news available on 3news.com. My name is Della Michelle. Thank you for your company. There's more news after this break. Do stay with us.
In a world where you can be anything, who will you become? When you can go anywhere and never be alone, how far will you go? When your voice can reach every ear in the world, who will you inspire? When your money can travel faster and further, who will it reach? When you can tell a story in every language, which one will you tell? When you don't need permission to turn your dreams into reality, you go for it. Whatever it is, wherever it is, go. And when you think you've reached your limit, we'll keep you going. Let's go.
UMB Speed Up presents 10 steps to stay safe. If you can, stay home. Wash your hands regularly with soap under running water. Keep alcohol-based hand sanitizer close for frequent use. If you must go out, maintain a safe distance of at least 1 meter from the next person. Cough or sneeze with your mouth and nose covered with tissue, or bend your elbow while doing so. Avoid handshakes or hugs. Keep a mental note of people you have come into contact with or places you've been to. Avoid touching your face with unwashed hands. Drink a lot of fluids and boost your immune system with fruits and vegetables. Bank whenever, wherever with UMB Speed Up. UMB Speed Up. Digibank. Let's go.
The show or a jar or bar anyone conquer dim.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat. Lufat.
Injeja woman malaria enka want to them. Lufat, a malaria drop a cope.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat, a 2 malaria sententem.
FDA, I
Reserve the Florida Park homes with just $5,000 today, and you would be on your way to owning a prime executive investment home and earn over 8% rental income per annum located at North Legon. We have 2 to 4 bedrooms, all en suite, premium plots available, rooftop lounge, gated community, backup water and electricity, shopping center, gym and fitness center, swimming pool, asphalted inner roads, and much more. A whopping 10% discount awaits you when you reserve between now and 30th October 2021. Call to reserve the Florida Park homes at North Legon today on 0249-399932 or visit our website on www.thefloridaparkgh.com.
Shed your rumor to me.
Tonton Master, a baby, you want to she's so madahati. Roma insecticide spray at that Roma. Interfere, Entatia, make a cheha. No way. Jamaica and Tonton Bako crown panel. And also a pussy. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito coil. And out there we a show. Roma,
Roma and Tonton Master.
Nivea Black and White deodorant protects me and my favorite outfits. That's why I feel confident and free. With 5-in-1 anti-formula, I stay fresh and protected for 48 hours. And my clothes stay stain-free. Nivea Black and White anti-stain deodorant. Try it. Nivea's 5-in-1 anti-action formula and 48-hour protection is also available for men.
Sports segment is brought to you by
Cal Kids Toothpaste, Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG.
Hello, good evening, and it's time for us to bring you the latest in the world of sports right here on News 360. My name is Thierry Nyan. Now, the Black Stars of Ghana have arrived in Cape Coast to begin preparations for their 2022 World Cup qualifying match against Zimbabwe on Saturday, October 9, 2021. Now, the Black Stars, led by Milovan Rajovac, are going to be preparing for their third game in Group G after facing off against Ethiopia, winning by a goal to nil at the same venue, and then travelling to South Africa to suffer defeat to the Bafana Bafana. Now, Milovan Rajovac has excused a number of players in the star setup, and only 27 players out of the invited 32 initially are now going to be preparing for the games against Zimbabwe. One against Zimbabwe and Cameroon, and then the other in Harare against the same side. Now, there was news, flying around that the game probably will be moved to Linkley Stadium in Obuasi. Well, 3 Sports checks with the Ghana Football Association confirms that it is going to be at the Cape Coast Stadium and not in Obuasi, so just take note. Now, Ghana midfielder Mubarak Wakasu has been excused from the Black Star squad to face Zimbabwe due to injury. Now, Wakasu was among the 5 players dropped from the provisional 32-man squad for the games. The Ghana Football Association on Monday said the decision was taken by the technical team headed by coach Milovan Rajovac. Now, 3 Sports can now report that his exclusion is due to injury. The China-based midfielder sustained the injury while on international duty with Ghana last month. Wakasu got injured in the 1-0 defeat against South Africa in September, and despite trying hard to recover, the midfielder is not fit. Before we move on to other news, still in the Black Stars, Alfred Duncan, another man who was excused, has, tweeted on social media, that's on Twitter, that he has not faked an injury. He is not injured, and it was some miscommunication, between himself and the Ghana Football Association, and a reason he is not going to be in the Stars setup. But away from there, Raheem Sterling has praised the fantastic job done by Gareth Southgate in helping to change the perception of the England team, both with the national media and supporters. After a spell as interim boss, Southgate was appointed on a permanent basis in November 2016. Since then, he has steered England to a World Cup semi-final and a Euro 2020 final.
Briefly, and as I can say, from the moment he's come in, like, you can see what his targets were. Everyone's bought into what he's, wanting to do, and wanting.
Clever learners always ask questions, and we're here to give you all the answers. Get quick and accurate answers while you learn by asking your tutor questions in the class chat box. You can even ask more questions after your live lessons are over. Type your questions in the questions bar right at the top of the homepage. Get better grades with the ULesson app. ULesson, love learning.
Water gives life. Water is life. Enjoy the pure, refreshing taste of a wave.
Tightness of crowd into my 277. Was he a missa? Had been my papa to go miss so. 2020 was a very tough year. 2021, the mafia. First, me talk about Gary Kitwebi. They say the concrete tankasa and the medigum. Papi, in the system, no wire ding. Has been so dear, but me, I am a come. I am young palm, the Miamato. Show me a miracle.
It's showering cash with a grand prize of 100,000 Ghana cedis in the Airtel Tigo Tugumisu promo. Top up, do so much more on Airtel Tigo and earn points to win lots of cash. Dial star 500 hash and recharge 5 Ghana cedis to also win data and call minutes. Get Airtel Tigo.
Airtel Tigo, no, my dear.
Welcome back to News 360. Up next is some international news.
The Rwandan government has announced that more than 60,000 students will have to reset classes for their current school year because of poor national exam results. More than 44,000 of the pupils had sat their primary school leaving test. The others were in secondary school. The country's education authorities are clamping down on an automatic promotion policy which they ditched last year in an attempt to boost academic performance, according to local news times. The Rwandan education minister said the students in question would be offered help, according to the same paper. The next step, according to her, will be to trace the students and their schools, and then there will be a special program to help them improve in collaboration with the Rwanda Education Board, districts and schools. Officials in South Sudan say 35 people have been killed in ethnic clashes in the north of the country. 80 others were wounded in fighting between the Logjiang, Thik and Lupaha people in the Warab state. It is not clear what sparked the latest violence, but the communities often raid cattle from each other. Thousands have died in ethnic clashes in South Sudan in recent years. Victims of sexual abuse in the French Catholic Church have demanded action after the publication of a damning new inquiry. Since 1950, clergy in the organization have sexually abused some 216,000 children, according to the report, mostly boys. Pope Francis felt pain on hearing about the inquiry's finding. A Vatican statement said those abused are demanding compensation after the revelations. Francois Deveau, founder of the former Victims Association, said there had been a betrayal of trust, betrayal of moral, betrayal of children. He called for compensation for the victims.
It's more international news on 3news.com. Stay with us. It's getting to the world of entertainment news.
Pack up your day with your favorite pack milk and choco biscuit, now in exciting new packaging. Only the packaging has changed. The taste remains the same, crispy and delicious. Pack up your day with Pack Biscuits in exciting new packs with the same great taste. This advert is FDA approved.
The Jumia Brand Festival. We've got all your favorite brands from our official stores in one place. Upgrade your home. Get your wardrobe updated and get real savings from real brands. Jumia, your everyday delivered. It's the Jumia Brand Festival. We've got all your favorite brands from our official stores in one place. Products for your kids, groceries for your home, and get real savings from real brands. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
Now you can be part of the extraordinary world of endless possibilities on Vodafone. With the best value and amazing data offers and services available in Ghana, your dreams are achievable. Get more for less with Vodafone data. Vodafone. Together we can.
She's a bubbly one. She brings the fun to the show all the time. She oozes energy and class and makes the show tick.
Hi! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Ghana's best TV morning show, The New Day, right here on TV3.
He's the tough nut. He is Mr. Accountability. He keeps the powers that be on their toes, asking the tough questions.
Here, we interrogate the facts and dissect the critical issues.
But oh, he knows how to get down. She's a queen of social issues. She is great personified. She is witty and entertaining.
And every morning, we help you start your day the best possible way.
And together, they serve you a completely enthralling offering of the best mix of news, current affairs, entertainment, health, sports, every morning on your award-winning morning show, New Day, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. every weekday. New Day, wake up, feel the sunshine. New Day is brought to you by Vodafone, Awake Purified Drinking Water,
Roma Insecticide Spray and Coil,
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, Kel Kids Toothpaste,
Cowbell, Our Milk,
Adonko Next Level Energy Drink.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Puma Drinks.
Well, tonight in this segment, Ghanaian supermodel Victoria Michaels says she intends to empower models across the African continent for the global industry. She gave this hint at the launch of the FCA Model Bootcamp in Accra.
Inadequacies in Ghana's modeling industry is affecting hundreds of young models. Non-payment for work done, career unsustainability due to limited opportunities, among other challenges, continues to discredit the industry.
The fashion industry is huge, and fashion designers are taking Ghana out to the world. models can equally do same. We are hoping that we'll get the recognition, if I should say it that way, for us to be known. We would like to change the narrative and the perception of our models and the industry.
In a bid to give the industry a boost, Ghanaian supermodel Victoria Michaels intends to empower models across the African continent with the FCA Model Bootcamp project.
All right, and I feel like if we empower them with the right tools and materials, they would have the wings to soar. Okay, so that is why we're having this, model bootcamp, so that we can give them, the right tools, build their capacity, bring in resource persons who have actually had experience in business and in the modeling craft, groom them so that they can become better at their craft.
The two-day event will afford practitioners additional skills to generate multiple streams of income, a masterclass of the right agency preparing them for a global modeling opportunities.
Well, on behalf of the rest of the team tonight, thank you so much for staying with us here on News 360. There's more news on 3news.com. Join me and the rest of the team tomorrow morning on 3FM 92.7 from 5 to 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. My name is Alfred Okansi.
And I am Portia Gabo. Good evening.
Se wo pese wo ku malaria yade a malaria parasite mo awa no etumi no India kan sie bia enu nti ne ehia dro bi te se Luzatra ne sekan wo mu ne yemienu na etumi atu malaria mo awa na se totroto Luzatra etumi ne malaria mo awa ne disia ni blow by blow enu nti wo hia Luzatra kura active ingredient mienu na enu nti malaria parasite no etumi nandan ne ho se ne oyeda no for Luzatra ne you malaria yade ni furu ho ansa na obefa malaria dro bia no emra no kire se esese okoye test na ohu se malaria mo awa no wo mujam FDA ahwehwe sa adwade nkra toi age atum se eye Luzatra kutia malaria yade blow by blow blow by blow blow by blow